let's explore the tie-off function on the Pfaff Creative Icon 2. Hi, I'm Sarah from sewingmastery.com, and we're in the middle of filming all the free video tutorials on this beautiful machine. So if you want to learn this machine inside and out from every corner, sewing side to embroidery, that link below will take you to the complete playlist for you to learn. But these short little videos will help you master a section at a time. So the tie-off options that we have opened up here, I believe are not used as much as people probably should. They were put there for a reason. It's an important part because it sits right here at our fingertips. But what is it really doing? Now, once you turn these on, they will activate for every single stitch that you go to, from a straight stitch to even a decorative stitch. So if you would like it just to do some locking stitches when you start, touch beginning, and you'll be able to see that you've activated it because it shows on your active features list. Always keep an eye up here because this is now so important of what you've turned on or what it recommends for foot and other settings. If you wanted to lock at the end, we'll do that there. Now when I go over to the sewing side, I'm going to show you how to use and activate these features. We're going to do it with the reverse button. Now the other thing you can do is you can also turn that thread cut on. So as soon as you touch that button, it will lock it at the end as well as cut it. So you can choose. Maybe you don't need it on at the beginning, but you want it on at the end. Those are all combinations you can choose for the type of sewing you do. So here's how it's going to look when you're at your fabric. We're going to start with a straight stitch, and then I'm going to show you how it works with a decorative stitch. I've now turned on all the functions, tying off at the beginning, the end, and then also added that thread cut as well. So here's how it's going to look. When you start to sew, maybe you put your fabric in right to the line. Do you know that this line on your throat plate is so you know how far to put your fabric in? So it'll start right on the edge, but not too far away. So it did that little kind of stitch, stitch, and back stitch. And let's say we go all the way to the end of our fabric. Now to activate any of those tie-off features, you're going to be using this button here. This is the reverse button. But what I'm going to do is I'm only going to be touching it one time. So we don't have to hold it in to get any extra use. We're going to just get to where we want to be, touch it, back, lock, and one extra lock there. And since I asked for the cut, there is the cut. All together in one beautifully executed simple package. Now if I pick a decorative stitch, what's nice is that number one, these options will stay active, which is what we want. So as we go ahead and start to sew, I just picked one of the scallop stitches, and let's just say I'm going to sew a row of them, but I can touch that reverse button anytime. It's going to finish the pattern, which I like. It doesn't just stop in the middle and lock. It finishes the pattern and locks, cuts it, and lifts it all the way up. So you can actually do that same concept with the scissor button when you are working with decorative stitches. But if you are used to pushing this button because it's closer to your fabric and your hands are here, that makes this a little bit more convenient than reaching up here, finding which one of these has the scissors on it, and then pushing that. So I love that this can be dedicated to exactly how I want it to be programmed, whether I want that lock at the beginning or not. Do I want it to cut at the end? So if I had chosen to turn off the thread cutter, let's just stitch this decorative stitch one more time. I get the lock at the beginning, one touch, and then it will lock at the end. And then just stop. So it's waiting for me to decide what to do next. Maybe I sink the needle down, and then I pivot and do another one, and do one at 90 degrees, come all the way back around, make a cute little pattern, or whatever you want to do. Now a lot of you have checked out our Pfaff Stitching Cosmos online course, where we take all these functions and truly put them to work for you, all using decorative stitches. So those links are also below if you want to check out a handful of free videos for that course and see if that course might be right for you. It might be just what you need to get you pushed to do something outside your comfort zone. So I hope you'll check those out, and check out all of our videos that we have created for the Pfaff Creative Icon 2.